Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The real reason why Anna and Jason's kiss bothered some General Hospital viewers. Anna and Jason kissed on General Hospital. We kind of suspected it was coming. After all, why would any unrelated straight woman and straight man ever be in the same room together if they didn't want to get it on? Especially when it comes to Jason. After all, what woman's fantasy doesn't involve a monosyllabic hitman with a monotone wardrobe? But when it came to the particular lip lock, some longtime Port Charles viewers felt their skin crawl, for various reasons. Sure, Anna, Finola Hughes, was once a double agent and a criminal. But that was decades ago. She's been on the side of truth, justice, and the American way for years. So you think an upstanding, on and off police officer like her wouldn't be attracted to lawbreakers. Then again, she fell for Valentine, James Patrick Stewart, who had some bad news. Hardin covered up his bad deeds. So forget that. Sure, why not have Anna find Jason, Steve Burton, attractive? So what if he kills people for a living? Nobody is perfect. Hat tip, some like it hot. That's not why we gagged when Anna and Jason kissed. Remember Robin, Kimberly McCullough, Anna's beloved daughter? Anna was dead when Robin faced two of the biggest crises of her life. And this is a girl who had been kidnapped multiple times, traumatized into a coma, and didn't know who her real parents were until she was 7 years old. Well, Anna was dead. Robin lost her first boyfriend, Stone, Michael Sutton, to AIDS, and then tested HIV positive herself. You know who supported her through all that while her parents were MIA. Jason. He just lost his memory. They were the girl with no future and the boy with no past. They were in love. Sure, it didn't work out in the long run. But that doesn't mean we want to see Jason lip-locking on Robin's mom. It's just so wrong. When Anna Devane and Jason Morgan locked lips on General Hospital, it wasn't the sweeping romantic moment the show's writers might have hoped for. Instead, it left a significant portion of the audience feeling confused, even downright uncomfortable. While soap fans are no strangers to controversial pairings and unexpected romance, something about Anna and Jason's kiss didn't sit right. The kiss that sparked outrage might have seemed like a minor plot twist on the surface, but for fans deeply invested in these characters, it represented a betrayal of character development, history, and emotional investment. At the core of the backlash was the long-standing connection that both Anna and Jason had with other characters. To viewers who had followed the show for decades, this kiss didn't come across as an exciting new direction, but rather a puzzling departure from the established relationships that had built their lives. It felt, to some, like a violation of soap canon, as if their entire history was being rewritten or, worse, ignored. A relationship with baggage. Anna and Jason have always had a complicated dynamic. Anna, a former spy and law enforcement officer, and Jason, a mob enforcer with ties to the underworld, operate on opposing sides of the moral spectrum. Jason's loyalty to Sonny Corinthos, Port Charles' infamous mob boss, has always clashed with Anna's need for justice. This fundamental difference has made their interactions compelling, but also drawn a clear line in the sand regarding their moral alignments. For years, Jason's heart belonged to Sam McCall. Their relationship has been a cornerstone of General Hospital, and many fans have come to think of them as endgame. Sam and Jason's bond, built on trust, shared danger, and a deep emotional connection, was something viewers were invested in, making any other pairing for Jason feel off-kilter. Although Sam and Jason have had their ups and downs, their connection still feels palpable. And for Jason to share such an intimate moment with Anna felt like a betrayal of that dynamic. On the other hand, Anna has had her share of love interests, but none quite as enduring as her deep connection with Robert Scorpio. Their legendary love story dates back to the 1980s, and even though they've moved on in different directions, their chemistry remains undeniable. Many fans hoped that if Anna were to have a romantic resurgence, it would be with Robert, the love of her life, not Jason, a character with whom she shares a cold, emotionally distant rapport. The kiss with Jason felt like a disservice to the character's long-term arcs, severing relationships that many viewers held dear. It seemed like a forced narrative choice, throwing two characters together without building a natural progression in their relationship. The age gap factor. Another glaring reason for viewer discomfort was the noticeable age gap between Anna and Jason. While soap operas frequently pair characters regardless of age, this particular mismatch felt jarring to many fans. Anna, portrayed by the iconic Finola Hughes, is a seasoned character who brings an air of sophistication and experience to the show. Jason, played by Steve Burton, is portrayed as a younger, rugged enforcer. The 13-year age difference between the actors may not seem drastic in Hollywood terms, but for longtime General Hospital viewers, it added another layer of awkwardness to the pairing. Soap fans are often willing to suspend disbelief, especially in a genre where characters can come back from the dead or experience sudden, dramatic transformations. However, the lack of chemistry between Anna and Jason made it difficult for viewers to ignore the age difference. It felt like an unnecessary detour in both characters' romantic lives, as if the writers were pairing them together simply for shock value, rather than exploring a meaningful connection. A clash of character arcs. Jason's transformation from mob hitman to a man with deeper emotional layers has been a gradual, decades-long journey. As someone who was once a cold, calculating enforcer for Sonny Corinthos, Jason's more recent storylines have allowed him to show a softer, more vulnerable side. His relationship with Sam, and before that, Robin Scorpio Drake, has been central to this development. To now thrust him into a romance with Anna, who has long viewed Jason's ties to the mob with suspicion, felt like a regression in his character arc. Similarly, Anna's life has been marked by tragedy, espionage, and moral complexity. Her ties to the World Security Bureau, WSB, and her long history of fighting for justice have always set her apart from characters like Jason, who operate in the moral gray area. By positioning Anna as a romantic interest for Jason, the writers seem to be asking the audience to overlook decades of character development for the sake of a fleeting storyline. For many viewers, the kiss between Anna and Jason didn't just feel wrong. It felt like it diminished both characters. Anna, who has always prided herself on standing on the right side of the law, kissing a man who has spent his life working for the mob, seemed contradictory to her values. Meanwhile, Jason, who has worked hard to distance himself from the cold, emotionless hitman he once was, seemed to be thrown back into a storyline that minimized his growth. Fan expectations and soap opera romance. Soap operas are built on romantic drama, and fans know that pairings can change at the drop of a hat. However, when characters are as beloved as Anna and Jason, their romantic choices carry weight. For some fans, the kiss was a deal-breaker because it felt like a violation of the unspoken rules of soap opera relationships. While viewers expect love triangles and drama, they also expect the characters they've grown to love to follow a path that feels true to their story. The chemistry, or lack thereof, between Anna and Jason only added fuel to the fire. Romance in soap operas thrives on palpable tension, and the best couples are the ones whose connection leaps off the screen. In this case, the kiss felt forced, lacking the heat or emotional depth that soap fans crave. Rather than being swept up in the moment, viewers were left scratching their heads, wondering why the writers would take the story in such an unexpected direction. Conclusion: a missed opportunity. In the end, the kiss between Anna and Jason wasn't just a fleeting moment. It was a symbol of the broader challenges that General Hospital faces when navigating its rich tapestry of characters and relationships. Fans want to see meaningful connections that honor the history and development of the characters they love. For many, this kiss felt like a betrayal of those connections, a step in the wrong direction for both Anna and Jason's arcs. What could have been an intriguing twist instead left viewers longing for the show to stay true to its characters' roots, and for Anna and Jason to find romance where it truly belongs, with someone who fits into the narrative they've spent decades building.